to that preacher and let us say you do. Then you know you got me, baby, and I know that I got you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love, baby, it's just you I'm thinking. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. I don't want no other love. Maybe it's just you that I'm thinking of.
That was The Residents, 1990, with their King's version of another King's Don't Be Cruel. Hello, my name is Penn Jillette, this is my partner Teller, and in 1982 I worked with The Residents on this album, the 10th anniversary radio special. I was locked in a motel room for 4 days with nothing to listen to but music from The Residents record label. I also toured with them in Europe and did some television. Here I am with The Residents in 1982.
We at Alter Image are very proud to have gotten some videotape of The Residents without their eyeball heads. Those of you who would not like to find out who The Residents actually are and see this shocking footage are asked to leave the room right now. Because right now we are going to show you who The Residents are, what they look like, and how they make that music. Ready? We're at a pub in Brixton where The Residents, relaxing before their European tour, are playing a game of snookers. I really wish you could be here alive. You could cut the ear with a knife. The excitement is devastating. The Residents are, for the first time in history, watching their own video on the screen and seeing what it is they look like. We're watching my first shot at the mole game here. The Residents developed a pocket video game that I'm trying to play. The Residents get many letters from England asking how to dance to their records. We have some footage here of the Residents dancing, and I think if you look at this, you'll be able to put on your own eyeball head and dance up a storm. Besides being sporty, the outfits the Residents wear are quite practical. For instance, the canes allow them to extend their other senses when that of vision is gone. We all wonder about the Residents, but until today, very few of us knew. We hope this has been enlightening and educational, and we hope you can tell all your friends who the residents are and what the hell they're doing.
I still don't have a clue. Since the residents' identities are concealed, they have asked me to be their spokesperson. They have chosen me, and they've chosen this forum to clear up a few problems with their image. The residents are not anti-music, or even anti-pop music, nor are they functioning under a different set of rules than the other artists you see on this very network. I have always believed, personally, that the residents felt that anyone had a right to express themselves any way that they see fit. I'm just here to tell you what I feel about the residents, from the bottom of my heart. The residents began in 1972. Their name itself is an acknowledgement of their respect for the business side of music. They sent an audition tape to Warner's Records. The tape was called the Warner Brothers album, and the band was unnamed at the time. The band clearly wanted Warner's to have input. Warner sent the tape back with a rejection note addressed to residents. And the band, respecting the corporation's showbiz savvy, decided to use the name. They were part of the culture. In 1972, they shared the music scene with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, the Doobie Brothers, the Allman Brothers, the Eagles, Carole King, James Taylor, Elton John, and the residents fit right in with...
Back in early 1972, they were all sitting around their studio at that point and being completely bored. And they decided that they had to do a movie. You know, okay, we're bored, we're going to do a movie. And they had a camera, they had some film. And so they said, what are we going to do a movie about? What are we going to do a movie with? And they thought for a minute, and the first thing that they saw was a giant pile of newspapers. And one of the things that the residents have always been most intrigued about is creating their own reality. You know, obviously enough, you see it time and time again in what they do. So this is one of their really first experiments in that way. And they decided, okay, we're going to create a reality out of newspapers.
Alpha and Omega are the Berry Boy twins. And when the Berry Boy twins are not pursuing their occupation as tag team wrestlers, they often indulge in a bit of Indian occultism. This is one of those times. Civil disorder has erupted in the small colony of Vileness Flats.
I just love it when there's a hit pop right off there. Hey, Pop Rock. Hey, Pop Rock. Oh, God! How I hated that day of all days. At the end of the night, the pink light. Get twisty and beam with the edge of a blade of another nightshade. Did I cry out after all that I'd heard? No. Never a word from this Mortimer Snerd.
Oh, yeah. There are differences, to be sure. Off the top of my head, one major difference is the residents were trying to stay anonymous, and rock stars like Peter Frampton and Mark Farner were trying to stay famous. How do you have a career in showbiz without anyone knowing who you are? How do you make money? How do you find a meat puppet that will state word for word your point of view? Paid spokesmodels are readily available, but what do you do on a day-to-day basis? The residents solved the problem by turning two longtime acquaintances into business associates. Homer Flynn and Hardy Fox became the flack catchers in the unenviable position of carrying out the precious wishes of the anonymous. Middle management from hell. And the residents often change their minds. These men know the identity of the residents, but they've paid for their arcane knowledge in blood.
Well, we were friends with the residents for quite a while, and they needed someone to take care of their business for them. They could easily be described as human basket cases, and when it came to dealing with their business. So, having been friends and seeing this need that they had, we got involved with them in 1976 to help them out in that way.
The job of the residents is basically ideas. It's not that they're necessarily skilled at anything, but they have lots of ideas, and so the problem is the realization of the ideas.
He's lost in the wilderness. an eyedropper sucked him in. Now Skinny never knew any questions, and Skinny never looked at lights, but Skinny sold something every single night. Skinny sold a soldier to me, Skinny sold a wife, Skinny sold a suction cup and a knife. Skinny found a Hello Dolly record in the hall. He sold it to a truck driver in the fall.
The give and take is pretty good. It's probably on our part a lot more give than take, but they're very easy to get along with. I would have to describe our relationship more as babysitters than anything else.
Which includes everything from dealing with lawyers, accountants, cleaning the cat box, sweeping floors, engineer, equipment, things, just helping them realize projects, because they're not very realistic a lot of times when they undertake something. They have a great idea, but you know, it's a great idea for some other planet, perhaps. But on this one, it needs some real people saying, well, you know, we can't do this, we can't do this is illegal, we can't do that, this costs too much money.
Someone saw a strange amount of moisture on her lips, and it was also seen upon her arms and on her hips. No one knows exactly who she was or how she died, but when they opened up her purse, they found a snail inside. I found her crying in the morning, sitting in a chair. She was wrapping something up, and wrapping it with care. I did not mean to hurt her when I fell asleep last night. I was just exhausted from the act of being polite. Yes, I was just exhausted from the act of being polite.
Well, I would say that they themselves really are the marketing geniuses, although they don't really know. They come up with the ideas, they don't really know how to utilize the ideas. The eyeballs are the perfect example. You know, that was just another disguise for them. But for us, we were able to then capitalize upon that as a marketing tool and as a way of identifying the group.
We are simple, you are simple, life is simple too. We are simple, you are simple, life is simple too.
Robert Bielmeier once said, if you want to know about a man, find out what business he's really in. On the last tour, each of the Rolling Stones made $3 million for performing on stage and $29 million each from T-shirt sales. History will regard the Rolling Stones as T-shirt salesmen. And on this front alone, the Residents will blow the Stones out of the historical waters. Yeah, but T-shirts aren't all. The Residents also had the Residents forehead thermometer, the Residents pizza pan holder, bumper stickers, the CDs, and of course the yo-yo, so you can walk the Santa dog. Now the Residents don't have a store, so they had to follow the Rolling Stones' lead and become traveling T-shirt salesmen. The Residents even have a sponge. The Rolling Stones don't have a sponge. Well, they had a sponge, but he died in a swimming pool. Here's some live stuff.
レジデンスはめったに人の前に現れないんで、インタビューというのは非常に珍しい機会だと。
I think the eyeball is just the residents' way of letting the world know that they're looking at them. It's the residents' way of letting the world know that they're being watched.
But it wouldn't be nothing. No, it wouldn't be nothing. No, it wouldn't be nothing. No, nothing, nothing. Without a woman. Without a woman, girl. You see, man made the call to take him over the road, and man made the train to carry the heavy load, and man made the electric light to take him out of the dark, and man made the boat for the water like Noah made the ark. This was a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing. No, nothing. Without a woman or a girl. You see, man because men love them in this country and all over the world. But men makes things. Man makes things, and he likes to make money, so he can buy another man. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing. No, nothing. Without a woman or a girl.
株価そういうの言いましたね。忘れてたけども、じゃなくてですね、とてもマイナーなレーベル、サンフランシスコにあります、ラルフレコードっていうのがあるんですけれども、その中の4人組のグループ、レジデンツっていうのが。
知らねえや。
One to a party in the county jail. Prison that was there, they began to wait. Joy wasn't jumping in the bed. She heard it knock down jailbird sing, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block. I was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spider Murphy played a tenor saxophone. Little Joe was playing on a slide trombone. Drummer beat a glad about it. Whole rhythm section was the Bubba Gang. Let's rock. Hey, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block. I was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Number 47 said to number 3. You're the cutest jail that I ever did see. Sure would be delighted when you come. Come on to the jailhouse rock with me, so rock. Hey, everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the whole cell block. I was dancing in the jailhouse rock.
John Cage said that knowing how to play instruments was fine, but it just got in the way of the truly great. So they decided they would prefer to be truly great. Ladies and gentlemen, the Residents.
neighbor girl. Her cheeks were soft as white. Another fella loved her too, and it ended in a fight. Oh, it makes me shake and shudder to think of that awful night when Tom and I began to fight, and I stabbed him with a knife. I fell down on my knees and tried to stop the blood. It came out from his side all spurting like some bright red crimson blood. Softly say, oh Bob, well I know you're sorry, but I'm gone to a better place. Yes, well I guess I'll believe it, but I just can't let it go. His dying eyes are with me, from the plains to Mexico.
either. They also have a quirk, and some would call it a gimmick. No one has ever seen the residents' faces. Now, this is long before the group Kiss. They rarely perform in public, and when they do, or when cameras are around, the quartet produces an array of disguises.
Are the residents searching for truth? Probably, but at the moment they're just looking for their instruments. Anonymity paramount. They perform, in this case, behind screens. For us, they come out. Meet the residents. Their name allegedly is derived from an address label on a return demonstration tape. Tonight and tomorrow at the Kabuki Theater, the residents present The Mole Show. It's their first fully staged public concert. To celebrate this millennial event, an interview granted. Sort of. Penn Jillette performed with a long-running Asparagus Valley review. He narrates the residents' show, and I discovered he narrates my interview.
Residents, you won't talk to me.
Okay, Mr. Narrator, why would a music act, apparently urgently in need of Visine, go into the music business to remain anonymous?
The fact that no one knows who they are and the eyeball heads can be construed as a gimmick, and is, and that's the very superficial level. But once you get down to the fact they've put out 9 records over the past 10 years and lots of people buy them and they're accepted by what would be called serious musicians, the music does stand on its own.
So, you can talk about your Bruce Springsteen and your U2, you can talk about your Beatles, you can talk about your Bob Dylan, you can go all the way back to Chuck Berry, Hank Williams, and Leadbelly, but you don't need to. The band that has really led popular music, the band that has made it an art form, the band that took what was basically little more than a drum beat on 2 and 4 and made it art, is the Residents, and this... And this is just stupid. I'm not reading anymore. I mean, I mean, they're self-serving and they're self-serving. I mean, I like the Residents. Stella likes the Residents. They're a fine band. I mean, they're on my record shelf, and I enjoy their music very much. I think it's important music, but it is still music. We said we'd host the show. We've done that, but going on with this, reading this stuff is too much. So, with all due respect and no hard feelings, we're going to leave now. My name is Penn Jillette. This is my partner, Teller. Listen, hey, edit it however you like. Do anything you want. Pay a scale. But whatever. It's a Residents show. We're gone. Penn and Teller. So long.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh, gosh, I guess I must have been asleep.
You sure were.
Oh, I had a dream. Had a real funny kind of a dream.
Tell us, Granddad, tell us.
Well, okay, all right, I'll tell you guys. This is a dream about a little baby. A little baby that wanted to be a king. Say, Shorty, I bet you'd like to be a king, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it figures. Well, anyway, this little baby, he worked and worked because he thought that kings were good and kings were strong. Kings were the best of everything. So, anyway, one day a stranger comes along, and this stranger says, hey, I can make you a king, just follow me. And he did. And kind of worked for a little while, and he had one bright, shining moment when he was really happy. And I used to kind of pretend like I was part of this, so if you guys like, I can show you a little bit. What do you think, huh?
Yeah. Okay, all right, calm down.
I'll show you a little bit. I hope I can remember how. I hadn't done it for a long time.
Love and care. put a chain around my neck and leave me anywhere. I'll let it be. Teddy bear. Well, I don't untie those